Now, needless to say, con artists, or now being called scammers, are in every facet of the marketplace. It doesn't matter what you do, there's a scammer trying to take your money by giving you something of lesser value or nothing at all. And in the music business, this has held true as well. From the shady record exec con man signing you to a perpetual contract, giving up all your rights for 50 years, to the now recent pay for preview scam to get your music placed on TV. Music scams are steadily increasing because of the obvious influx of new musicians coming into the industry. However, with all that said, scammers now see potentially more prey they can set their hooks in, because all artists and producers want is a chance to be heard and make money. So what would you do if a major label like Sony or RCA contacted you with the opportunity of a lifetime, and all it cost was $60 to $95 to take a flight to New York City to sign the deal? Well, a couple of music producers contacted me about this exact offer, and needless to say, they were excited and saw this as a deal of a lifetime. But when intuition kicked in, something just didn't feel right. So they contacted me, and we dug a little deeper and seen why. We set out to find out if these deals and offers was legitimate, or would we be catching a scammer? See, recently we did a video identifying new type of music scams, and at the end of that video I offered you the opportunity to help others identify scams that musicians might think exist. And it wasn't even 13 minutes later we started getting emails, and one that stuck out was this one. Hello, my name is Sean Ladle. I handle business relations for Radio Corporation of America. Our A&Rs went through all your content and definitely think you have some potential. You have great music, and we'd like to help you reach the next level of your career. RCA/Sony would like to offer you a marketing, distribution, publishing deal. Hold on, am I reading this right? Did the CEO of Sony just contact this producer personally to offer him a publishing and distribution deal? I doubt it, because firstly his name is Sean Layden, not Ladle.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
And that's what he employed others to do, reach out and contact people they're interested in doing music deals with. But now my interest is sparked. So I got on the phone to call the producer that this email was sent to. All right, guys, let's see if we can catch this dude, man, or catch this female, or whoever it is, man.
Hello. But I ended up checking it, and I seen that. I was like, what? And it just, because I've been in a situation like that before with a guy, and this, I was skeptical on it. So I was like, man, what is this? I don't know what is this going on. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you this, I'm glad you were skeptical, because see, this is the type talking about. That email is so well written, but if you don't look at little things and catch little things, then you wouldn't know. Right. So the first thing is, Sony or RCA is not going to email you from a Gmail account. That's I can tell you that right now. It's not going to happen. That's the first thing. Now I want you to remember that comment, because obviously this scammer is psychic, or they've already been called out on this exact issue. So at this point, me and my mystery producer decide it's a plan. We want to catch these scammers, except for I add a little twist. I think the next step would be emailing that person back saying, okay, I'm down, I'm ready, I saved up my money, but I want you to do something different though. I want you to say, you know, look, I had to take money from my children's bank account, you know, but I can't miss this opportunity. I want to see just how heartless these people are. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how deep it'll go. This wrong, man. You work too hard for the money that you got, man. You know what I mean? And
you're playing with people's vision and you know, and dreams and whatever, you know.
Now I know what you're saying. Why add children to the equation? Why even go through that? The whole point would be just to catch these guys, right? Well, my point is showing you guys just how heartless these people really are. I wanted to prove that they wouldn't care if you was sick on dialysis or had leukemia or cancer and it was your last dollar. I wanted to show just how ruthless these people are and to the depths they'll go to just to get your money. But more importantly, I wanted to see how they were getting producers to send them money. Was it Western Union? Was it wire transfer? What? Unfortunately, I would never find out from this producer. But as fate would have it, I get another email, which also means I get another opportunity to catch these rip-off artists. However, remember when I said this? Sony or RCA is not going to email you from a Gmail account. All right, good morning, guys. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and getting more emails on this whole music scam thing. Update is obviously the person who, or persons who are involved in this music scam is they upped their game and changed it a little bit. They're now using a different email address, same email. They've just taken out Sony and have upgraded to a website. So what I want to do this morning is try and get an early head start on these cats. Want to reach out to RCA today and figure out where they're sending payments to or how they're sending payments, because I think if you guys, the money's the real deal. Curtail where the money's going and you guys can see how they're accepting payments. You can at least know where not to send your money. But again, no real label is going to ask you for any money at all. I mean, they're not going to ask you for anything if they're searching you out for talent. Remember that. That is the key.
But I owe you an apology, because what I have not shown you is the second email once you show you're interested. Let's go over this email so you guys can see it if it comes in your email box, and you'll know what to look out for. Now, with both emails, I saw something that was familiar. They kept saying deposit entitles you to receive an official initial contract. In all my years in the music industry, I've never seen someone ask for a deposit in order for you to receive a contract. And they also highlight one simple thing as well, that it's going to cost $700, and they use the word American USD, which anyone who speaks American or English in the United States don't say American USD. That threw me for a loop. However, they're not asking for $700. They're only asking for you to pay 60 American USD. See, that's on the other line. I guess they figure someone will be more quick to send $60 versus an entire $700. Go figure. However, Mr. Scammer, we're not sending you. Hopefully this video gets passed around enough where everyone is made aware that you're full of it. Oh, but wait.
Hold up.
Wasn't there a website that was in that last email? What if they actually are representing RCA? Could I be wrong? Am I giving people the wrong advice? Am I completely wrong about our new scammer or new email? I needed help from someone who knew everything. Google. So when I searched on Google, it came back with 404. That's an error. Well, what do you mean that's an error? Well, the requested URL was not found on this server. That's all we know. Now, needless to say, this becomes frustrating because what if I had sent them money? What if I wanted to contact them? Well, I figured since there's no actual website, maybe I can email this Amanda Bowman. But before I decided to do that, I went to Google and see who Amanda Bowman was. And just like Sean Ladle, she seems to be an executive of another company. So now I'm asking, what are the odds that two different producers or musicians get two different emails from two different record execs, both offering the same thing, a publishing and distribution deal, except Amanda Bowman's asking for more money for that flight. Remember the one for $700? I guess she figured she had to pay for a website, so it required more money. Get what you worth, boo-boo. That's right. Don't be half-stepping like Sean Ladle did. $60. So now the pressure's on because I need to know, is RCA Sony changed their marketing methods, how they pick up producers and artists? Did something change I was unaware of? So I reached out to everyone I could on LinkedIn and got no response. So that got me desperate and I decided to Google again. And I came up with some numbers for RCA. However, it sort of went like this.
For service on your television with manufacturer's warranty, please call 858-798-3300 or email rca.tv.support@rca.com to submit your request. If you purchased a Sears protection agreement, please call Sears at 1-800-469-4663.
Determined not to let that stop me, I looked up another number for RCA and I gave it a call.
Thank you for calling RCA Customer Support. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For English, please press 1. Para Español. For Android tablets, please press 1. For Windows-related products, please press 2. For audiovisual products, please press 3. Otherwise, please press 4 to speak with the next available representative.
So I know what you're saying. At this point, it becomes obvious this isn't the RCA number that I needed. So why would I press 4? Well, I figured if I can just get anybody on the line that could direct me to the actual record label itself, then I'd be going or headed at least in the right direction. However, that alone was a tedious and painstakingly long wait. Then I thought about it. I remember seeing a phone number on the first email that the first producer sent me. If I can't get RCA, let's get their so-called representative on the line.
Want to try to get some information and figure out when my flight is going to be leaving. I sent you some money a while ago.